What is happening, guys, and welcome back to the Southwest Coast Path with me, Dan, the content creator behind the platforms 𝗘𝗀𝗶𝘀cie𝗱𝗲. But what am I doing? Well, I have set myself the enormous challenge of walking the Southwest Coast Path in its entirety. I must be an absolute madman, but hear me out. I'm filming it all for YouTube for you guys so that you have got an extensive library or back catalogue of walks on the Southwest Coast Path that you can tap into to see what it's like to be out here on the trail. So, if that sounds like a bit of you, don't forget to hit subscribe down the bottom there and keep an eye out for some more content. But where am I walking today? Well, I am at Bosigran. I'm walking from Bosigran all the way along to Levant mine. I've already walked from St Ives to Zennahead and then Zennahead to Bosigran. Those are in my two previous videos, which you can see up here. Click on this link and you'll be able to access those. But today, as I said, we're going from Bosigran to Levant mine. Now, it's an incredible stretch. One of the key things for this stretch is Pending Lighthouse, which I was hoping to be able to get the drone up and show you today, but it's blowing about 30-mile-an-hour winds. So there's absolutely no hope in hell that I'm going to be getting the drone up today. It's cost way too much to be flying on a cliff top when it can't handle the wind. So that's where we're going. Before I get going though, I wanted to tell you about something else that I have just launched, which is absolutely incredible. I'm super proud of it. It's took me a lot of hard work and effort to make. I've been working on it for the last 9 weeks, but I am pleased to announce that my website is now live. It is 𝗘𝗀𝗶𝘀cie𝗱𝗲.co.uk. And if you're watching this thinking, Dan, can I get any more information on the Southwest Coast Path out of you? Have you got any other content I can check out? Then that is what you can do. Go to 𝗘𝗀𝗶𝘀𝗶𝘀cie𝗱𝗲.co.uk and you will have lots of information about Cornwall at your hands, including a dedicated page for the Southwest Coast Path, where I've included a map and all of my top sites. That includes restaurants, bars, cafes, waterfalls, book reading spots for the Southwest Coast Path. At the moment it's very Cornwall based because that's how far I am through my journey, but you can also track my journey whilst you're there and see how far I've got. Follow along. Audience interaction is everything. So yeah, I'll put the link to it down in this description, but I'd really appreciate you guys going and checking it out. I really honestly believe it will help you if you're walking the Southwest Coast Path. Anyway, there we go. Enough of the personal plugs. It's there as a resource for everyone to use. I'm going to get going because my hands are freezing. It's blowing a hoolie. We've got 5 miles of glorious coastline to do. Let's get into it. One thing that I am loving today is 1, the sun's out, but 2, my new walking boots are performing really well. So these are my second pair of Hoka walking boots. These are the Kaha 2 Gore-Tex boots. Absolutely incredible. I got them from a place called sportshoes.com at the minute. They're on offer, 40% off, so they're 100 quid, but they are absolutely incredible walking boots for rough terrain. So if you're looking for a new pair of decent walking boots, then definitely check out these bad boys. They're my second pair of Hoka walking boots and they're just like wearing slippers. I won't wear anything else now apart from Hoka. So yeah, if you're looking for some walking boots that are suitable for this sort of terrain, check out the Hoka Kaha 2s. They're a Gore-Tex boot, absolutely insane. Oh, it is windy today, and I think that's one thing people don't really talk about when they walk the Southwest Coast Path or describe it. But sometimes it can be absolutely horrendous conditions. And whilst today looks glorious and the sun's out, it is very, very windy. And the thing is, when you have that on the coast path, there is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to escape it. I mean, I just stood behind a bush up there for about 20 seconds because it slightly shielded me from the wind and I had this rush of warmth through my body. But it's definitely one thing worth bearing in mind if you're walking this stretch of the coast path. Certainly from St Ives down to Sennin, you get the full force of the Atlantic here, and that wind has usually travelled hundreds of miles across the sea to reach here. So when it eventually hits here, it is absolutely freezing. And whilst the day looks glorious, I keep having to stop and get my breath back because the wind's properly blown it out of my mouth. But yeah, it's definitely one thing worth bearing in mind when you're walking stretches like this that are really open and exposed. If it's going to be windy whilst you're walking those stretches, you are likely to get absolutely battered. Now, I'm in a really fortunate position today because the sun's out and I've picked a relatively good day. The only thing I'm competing with is wind. But if you're walking this in one stretch, you won't have that luxury, and it might be that you're about to start walking this stretch in the wind. So my suggestion for that would be, 1, take it at your own pace, don't rush it. 2, wear a hat because it keeps the wind off your ears, and that's the biggest thing when you're walking stretches like this. When the wind's constantly buffering one ear, is you start to get earache and then eventually a headache. But the other thing to think about is, how am I going to try and escape that wind? So breaking these sections down into slightly smaller bite-sized chunks makes that more achievable. Just passed a lovely lady on this stretch who's walking it in its entirety the same as me, but she's walking it in slightly longer stretches. She said she started at Mousehole 2 days ago and is now here. So she's walked from Mousehole all the way around Land's End, all the way up to where she is now. Some incredible pace. And I've seen quite a few people today actually that I spoke to that are walking it in its entirety, but doing it in like short bite-sized sections, not as bite-sized as the stretches I'm walking, so I'm feeling pretty inadequate today, not gonna lie. But anyway, this woman said that as I round this corner that I'm walking along now, the view is incredible. So let's see what it's like. I mean, check this out. This beach is called 𝗘𝗽𝗀𝐶𝗱𝗲, and I never even knew it existed. It's absolutely stunning. And whilst that water looks pretty fierce and cold today, I can imagine on a sunny day, this is pure paradise. What's incredible as well is sitting here, I can see loads of seals just bobbing about down in front of me. Honestly, this stretch from St Ives down to Sennin is one that just keeps on giving. Anyway, if you're looking for your excuse to get out on the Southwest Coast Path in today's video, this is it. A hidden beach in Cornwall that very few people know about, I think. Stunning. What a pretty epic view. So from here, you see all the way along to Gurnard's Head, and in the distance from that, St Ives, where I started off 3 walks ago. It's pretty incredible when you get to viewpoints like this and you can look back along the coastline to see where you've come. Absolutely insane. This stretch is phenomenal. I think it's by far one of my favourite stretches in Cornwall, and I've walked quite a few of them. I know I haven't documented them yet for my channel, but yeah, I think this is by far one of the most stunning stretches. It's just so isolating, which for me is brilliant. That's why I absolutely love getting out walking. But look at that. Well, there it is, Pendine Lighthouse. It's as close as I'm going to be able to get today, because there is no way my drone is taking off today in this wind. But still a fully functioning lighthouse. It is absolutely stunning to stand here and see. I wish I could show you from the air, but yeah, it's a nice one. Right, not got long to go now until we get along to Levant mine, so I'll update you when I get there. Well, there you have it, guys. I've made it all the way down to 𝗘𝗽𝗀 tin mine, which is this colossal industrial area behind me, which is where I'm going to end today's walk. So that is another 5 miles ticked off on the coast path for me. I'm making really good progress now down towards Land's End, and I reckon I can do from here down to Sennan in another 2 days. Today I've seen lots of people out on the coast path that are walking big long chunks of the coast path, and I passed a lady earlier on that was walking all the way from Mousehole to where she was, and she'd done that in 2 days, from Mousehole all the way around Land's End Peninsula to just this side of Bosigran. So incredible pace. But please remember, if you are going out walking the southwest coast path, it's not a race, it's not a competition. It's quite easy when you bump into people to get sort of FOMO and think, oh, I'm not going quick enough. Doesn't matter. Make sure you walk at your pace and a pace that's comfortable for you. I hope you've enjoyed watching this one, and if you have, drop it a like and show it a bit of love. Don't forget to hit subscribe for some more content from me from the Southwest Coast Path. And if you're looking for a little bit more information on what I do, who I am, and what the Southwest Coast Path is all about, don't forget to check out 𝗘𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 and some more information on some of my really key takeaways from the route. So things like restaurants, pubs, cafes, campsites, my favourite waterfall spots, my favourite reading spots. It is a resource there for everybody to use, and I hope that somebody out there can make use of it, because it's taken me a long time to make. But without further ado, I've got another 2 hours walking to get back to Bosigran to my car. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and as always, join me soon for some more bimbling books and beer.